Hey everybody, Jeff here again. So today we're going to be talking about the XD40 Springfield. I've looked on YouTube, I've looked around, and I haven't found anybody that has shown, I guess, a few of the things I'm going to show. So let's get into it. Springfield, this is the XD40. The newest model, I believe, is the XDM. The only difference is interchangeable grips, and I think the handle of the grip itself is a little bit bigger. I believe that the barrel is, I think it's from here to here. I think the total is like 5 inches, give or take. So a few things here. First off, right out of the bat, it's got fixed sights on it. You can see right here. I've already checked that this is cleared. You should always do that anytime. So it's got fixed sights, one here, one on the front. I don't know if y'all can see it, but let me see if I can get the camera angle just right. There's a little mark right there. It's kind of hard to see. It's right there. So I had this a couple months ago. I was pulling it out of its bag. I just got back from the ranch. It was loaded and it fell in my garage. And I won't lie, my butt puckered pretty bad and I shielded myself. I couldn't catch it. And it hit right back here, right on the sight. Boom, hit just like that. The gun didn't go off. And it was fully loaded. It had one in the chamber ready to go. Gun didn't go off, which I was very happy about. It also put a little mark on the sight, but it didn't move it. This gun is still true. The sights are not messed up. They're perfectly fine. So that just kind of goes to show you, due to my error, I think, in my opinion, how well these are built. It's got decent weight to it. It's kind of top heavy. But you've got a grip safety back here that has to be depressed. You also have the trigger safety right here that obviously has to be depressed. Those are the only two safeties that it has. Now, magazine, remember, these are magazines. Something you put bullets in is a magazine. When you buy it, either the XD or the XDM, it's going to come in a plastic black box. You're going to get the gun. You're going to get 2 magazines. You're actually going to get a speed loader, and I'll show you how this thing works in just a minute. And you're also going to get a little like clip holder, you could put on your belt. I don't use it, but some people do. So this button right here, this one drops the magazine. You can't put it in backwards because it'll tell you. So it's pretty dummy proof. But you just push, it's on both sides. You got a button right there, or you got one over on this side. And you just push it, slides right out. Like I said, doesn't really matter which side you push it on. Now, the slide to lock it back, when you do it, you got to pull it, and you actually have to push this thing up. You have to push, let me see if I can, you have to push that up to lock it. If you're shooting it, when the last round goes off, it'll lock back automatically. But right here, you just pull it back, you just pull this up, and it locks it. Now, to get the slide off, you just take this little tab right here. The slide has to be locked back. And you flip it up from the front. And please make sure that this is unloaded when you do this. I saw a video of some idiot doing this, and I'm glad he didn't shoot himself, but the gun did go off. He didn't check to make sure it was unloaded. Because to get the slide fully off, you do have to depress the trigger, okay? So once that you have this up, I lock it, and then I flip this straight up, and then all I do is push the slide back a little bit, which drops the lever right here, slide it forward, okay? So now it can't go any farther. Pull the trigger, and then the whole thing comes off. This spring right here is very easy. You just take it out, just like that. It comes off, you can clean it, you can do whatever you need to, and then it just slides right back in. If you need to get down to any of the components inside, there it is right there. Now to put it back on, same thing, you have these little slides right here. You just line it up, slide it back. I go all the way back, and then I push the slide lock back up again. So I did that with my thumb as I was sliding it backwards. You pull it up to lock it, and then you just take this piece right here, flip it down, and then you're ready to go again. Now, that's how to get that off. I'll show you the safeties, right? So let's just try it without pushing the grip safety down. The gun, it won't go off, okay? And I know the gun is cocked because I have this little button right here sticking out. That one right there. That's how you know it's cocked. I'll tell you how you know if it's loaded or not, even if this is cocked. Now, we're gonna go ahead and push the safety down, but I'm not gonna pull the trigger safety. I'm just gonna try pulling the trigger itself. I can't get it to do anything. Nothing, I can't get it. So, to get both to go, the grip safety and the trigger safety, both have to be depressed. You hear the click? Now, I'm also gonna show you one other thing. It's cocked. Now, almost every single semi-automatic pistol is gonna be like this. If for some reason, you see how that slide moved just a little bit? No matter what, this gun is not gonna shoot. It will not go off, right? It'll go off. Like this, it won't. All you gotta do is push against it. Some people know that, some people don't. So, as I showed you this back here, the little button. So that's how you know that the pistol is cocked. It's ready to go, firing pin's ready to rock and roll. But if you look up here, it's smooth all the way across, okay? What that means is there's either a spent shell in there, and you don't have to worry about it, or it's completely empty. How do I know this? I'll show you. I'm gonna take one round, and I'm gonna put it in the magazine. I'm gonna put it in the gun, and I'm gonna cock it, okay? Now, pin is ready to go. See that? Can you see it? Can you see that little mark right there? See that? That right there is kicked up. That is how you know the gun is cocked. There's a live round in there ready to go. Nobody ever told me this. I found this out myself just playing around with it. That's how you know for sure. If you ever see a gun like this or you're ever wondering, you know there's a live round in there. That little thing's kicked up. Now, let me drop this. Let me drop that out. So it's safe now. Bullet's right here. All I did was just release the bullet. You see how it's smooth now? It's dropped. There's no little kick up now. So, still cocked, but it's not loaded. Another little trick. You can't get the slide to go back. The grip safety has to be depressed to get it to go back. Okay? So, those are a few features of it. The gun's really reliable. I've shot target rounds through it. I've shot full metal jackets through it. These are hollow points. I haven't had any ammo that hasn't worked through it at all. I had a couple weeks ago, we had my 40, we had a Smith & Wesson 9, and we had a Glock. I don't know what Glock it was. It was a 9mm. I don't know what number it was. So we kind of were doing a test and feeling all the trigger pulls. And this XD40 by far had the lightest and the smoothest trigger out of the Smith & Wesson and the Glock and this one. A night and day difference. And so I never realized that because this is all I shoot. But when I compared it to those other brands, there was a real noticeable difference. And to be honest with you, if you get an XD or an XDM, I think that you will be very, very happy with it. There are some different variations I think that you can get. You can maybe get different sights, you know, things of that nature. You could probably change out the grips and things like that. You may have to change out the whole lower on this one. The XDM I think has replaceable grips. But anyway, overall, this is a really solid weapon, right? So let me show you the speed loader real fast. Now for 1 or 2 rounds, it's no big deal. But if you're starting to put more in, it's amazing. So you just take the magazine, you take the speed loader, and you put it in. And the way it works is when you pull it, it drops it down. See if you can see that. Drops it down like that, right? So what you do is you pull it down, slide around in, it'll catch, and then you just push it back. Take another round, slide it down. All you gotta do is just get it in just a little bit till it catches. Put it in. And you keep doing that because as you start to get down here to 12, 11, 10, 11, and 12, it's gonna start to get tight. The springs are tight in here. So that's really it. It's just a quick review, but I just wanted to show you that. It does have a little Picatinny rail down here. You can mount a flashlight or red dot light or laser or whatever the heck you want it. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But like I said, so Springfield XD40, I've been really impressed with it. Like I said, even dropped it accidentally and it didn't go off and it didn't mess the sights up. It still shoots true. So the durability here is incredible. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. Ask me anything you need to. I will do my best to answer it for you. And I hope you guys are doing great. So thanks.